It's time for the show that engages with people of the combat sports world. And now, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed combat sports show champion of the world, Flash Knockdown.
And in September of 2019, Marcus, you faced Alao Abbasi fighting out of Valencia in Spain at PFC in a contest not on your official records.
This is #1 bullshit.
Which is a huge shame, bearing in mind it delivered one of the most audacious submissions you will ever likely see. Describe it to us, Marcus.
Basically, so I landed the spin sidekick. It was having like a weird fight, a weird night, to be honest. I didn't seem to get in gear. It was a weird little night, but so I said to myself, we need to switch it up on him a little bit here. I threw a spin sidekick, hit him in the stomach, and as I did, both of his feet hit the cage. So both sort of, he sort of stepped back, put both feet square, and sort of fronted me, like, what? So as he did that, I thought, just opened up. You just give me the opportunity. There's your head at its peak, waiting for me to swing around and get it. So I threw the cartwheel.
Spins with the kick to the midsection. Oh, then like a cartwheel kick, wraps that left leg around the neck of Getty. Getty postures up. And it's all over. What a finish from Lewis.
And everyone hates this cartwheel, you know. People that train with me and Gav, they hate it.
Of course.
They just see it as an unnecessary risk sometimes.
Yeah,
which it is.
Yeah, because you leave yourself open.
I know that. It's an unnecessary risk, but at the same time, if you don't get highlights,
it's flashy.
Otherwise do you if you don't take a risk? You know what I mean? And when they land, they're effective. But anyway, so I tried for it. The cartwheel kick, I wanted to knock him out. That was my first thing. I wanted to just get him, land it, done. He's, boom, ducked down. So as he's ducked down, he's ended up hitting basically in between my legs. And he thought, yeah, let's get in. Went to grip my legs. But as he's done that, I've ended up getting one arm through and just getting straight into the triangle. Just triangles are something, they're a bit of a weapon for me now. Thanks to Sneaky Bollocks, yeah, you know your ass, Sneaky Bollocks, yeah. Someone I roll with on a regular basis, Ben Kiffin, the young fighter. You know, the young lads I train with, Ben Kiffin and Kieran.
2-0.
Yeah, it's Kieran Roach. 2-0, yeah. And I think Kieran's the same, is he? But yeah, so Ben is a little jitset, I call him. Sneaky Bollocks. So he fucking tried to triangle me all the time. And obviously countering that triangle and then working on my own triangle to make my triangle stronger, you know what I mean? It's become a real weapon for me. So when I got that opportunity as he came in, it was just instinct. Throw that triangle on. I felt it. It wasn't. Some people have said like, "Oh, lad, a flying triangle entry is the sickest thing I've ever seen."
Yeah,
you haven't seen one yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
It ended up being one, but that's not what I was trying to do. But fight IQ, reactions kicked in, and we ended up getting something good from it.
Yeah, I mean, that clip alone went viral, and on Fighting Labs on their Instagram page, that's got over 216,000 views. How does that make you feel?
Why aren't you following me, guys? Hey, I've only got 2,000 followers. What's going on? Hey,
216. Where's the rest?
Wow! See, I've got
Where's
some
the rest?
stuff and wizardry for you, straight from Hogwarts, landing all cartwheel kicks, spinning kicks and all that, knocking people out, choking people out. Get on me, you know.
That's fucking illegal.
I'm happy.
Correct.
Stop, get after what are you after? Ready? Let's go. You know what I mean? Get on
me. Well, Conor McGregor, in the lead up to his fight with Dustin Poirier, was excited about fighting as much as possible in order to create highlights you can sit back and watch later. Do those kind of moments have you itching to get back?
Yes and no.
Why
I'm
no?
I'm not chasing highlights. Because I'm not a highlight chaser. If they come, they come. You can't chase them, otherwise you don't get them. But I'll tempt them. But I'm just generally looking forward to get back anyway. It's been far too long My girlfriend hates me. You know, everyone hates me. 'Cause I'm just intolerable when I'm not fighting. You know what I mean? There's nothing going down for me. I need to be like this lockdown. The first one sent me a bit mad. The first one, because I didn't. Not enough, obviously. I went out running down the streets, Heath Ledger style or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But what I mean is, I was just a little bit. I've got so much inside me ready to come out, and it comes out through punching people, kicking people, and wrestling people. Not even trying to hurt them, just the actual physical activity. And I thought I was one of the people that switched off in the first lockdown. I went, we're here for a while. I sort of switched off in the second one, but this third one I haven't stopped training right now, mate. It's been too long. I didn't stop training, but I didn't go every. You
weren't on it.
No, I was just training, learning new things, which don't be good as well, because it's involved me grappling. When you're not chasing like to fight all the time, you can just go, all right, sound. So stuff in this wrist, stuff in that, doing this, doing that. But where was we? Sorry.
Anyway, like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. I smell gas. We got people sneezing.
Well, let me ask you a quick question.
No, I'm gonna remember right now. Hell wrong with you?
I digress constantly. Where are we? Sorry, what was the original question? Highlight reel?
No, yeah,
so it all boils down to, yeah.
So as mentioned, Marcus, that was your last competitive outing, and we've all missed watching the champ in action. However, it has not been for the want of not trying. You were scheduled to appear on Almighty and against different opponents. It started with Mike Thompson, then Kyle Jones, followed by Bradley Owen, then back to Kyle, and finally Tommy Coyle. Did I miss anyone?
Probably. We took a lot of names. We just said, yeah. It was at the point of this just before the last lockdown, innit?
Yeah.
We was just looking for a fight. And we said, yeah. And to be honest, I was quite happy-ish with who we ended up with, Tommy Coyle.
Yeah.
I was semi-looking forward to fighting him. He's not the flashiest person in the world, but one thing I'll say for him is he seems tough. He seems like a tough lad. You know what I mean?
He fought Richie Lunt as well. At Ice.
Is he the one Richie sort of beat, but he never gave him the victory?
No, he lost, I think.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The decision. Split decision, I think it was. At Ice.
Richie won that.
At Ice, yeah.
From watching it myself, Richie won that fight. He gassed the last few seconds, and as we say, judges aren't always accountable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Personally, I'm an honest person. If he lost, he lost. I'd fucking say he lost. I actually think he won that fight. Oh, it's not as exciting now that you say that.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting as a prospect. I just YouTubed them, you see. I never seen the Richie Lunt one. I just seen I don't know names. I'm shocked.
You were there, wasn't you?
I was there, yeah. But
you were there. I wasn't there.
What I mean is, you said, you know, how many fucking cunts were shouted out over the mic that night? Can we have Tommy Coyle? Can we have that? I don't pay attention to the person we're fighting. Okay.
And in an ideal world, what does 2021 look like for Marcus?
A fight, hopefully. hopefully we just get a fight.
Yeah.
As I've said, I don't know if it's 100% or how much I'm allowed, should be saying me until it's not up to me to say.
No, don't.
That's what I'm not going to be very specific. I'm not going to be specific. No. I'm not getting paid. I'm not going to be specific. It's just another belt, one of the academy belts, possibly.
Really? Excellent.
Hopefully, that's about that. You know,
soon
talking about it as soon as possible. I'm hoping Cage Warrior is your best bet right now, isn't it? Especially with them. With them being the go-ahead from the government, didn't they?
They have official go-aheads.
So once it starts again, they're on a good foot to get the fights going first.
Are they going to be doing amateur fights? Because they've only been doing pro.
That's what I'm hoping, that once they get the go-ahead and it clears up quicker, that they'll throw us in straight underneath us, sort of like a prelim card.
Right.
As that's me hope and thing anyway. Obviously, they've been speaking to us about it, so that's what I took from it.
Okay.
So we've also got very much.
Good.
As well.
Right. Yeah. Well, Almighty is a bit 50-50, but you've also got Celtic Gladiator. They've successfully run 2 shows during lockdown with a third.
I sort of missed the boat on that, didn't I, during lockdown? It was basically when lockdown came, it was you lucky enough to jump on the right show. Yeah. And everyone that jumped on that Celtic Gladiator, is it, or Celtic Warrior?
Gladiator.
Celtic Gladiator. Everyone that jumped on that, they were the lucky few that got to fight. Mine was like a week or two after, and we got told no, cancelled.
Yeah, true.
Just
True.
one of them things. If it would have been on there, I would have been fighting. But
True.
you know,
But they've
2020
got
vision from the future and all that.
Yeah. Hindsight's always 2020.
Hindsight, that's the fucking 2020
Yeah,
vision. Man.
hindsight. No,
that's the one, bro.
yeah, hindsight is always 2020. But
Yeah, that's the one.
Celtic Gladiator, they've got a card scheduled at the end of February. No,
No, it's not that I won't fight. It's not going to happen, I don't think. Under this specific lockdown right now.
Well, they've managed to do 2 previous shows under lockdown.
That was the second lockdown, though, wasn't it? Was the
Second lockdown.
for it?
Correct.
Wasn't
Correct.
I don't think it's as tight like as this one is right now.
Right. Fair enough. Okay.
I was speaking to Ray before our one was cancelled, and I was actually messaging Ray saying, "Ray, are we fighting?" Because I knew in my heart of hearts that it was going to just cut off. I had a feeling. I don't know why. I just knew. And I messaged him again, and he was like, "Yeah." And credit to him. Once he knew, he messaged me and said, "Marcus, it's not going to happen now."
Yeah.
But when he did, obviously it was up in the air. Nobody knew. No one could say, "Yeah, I'm on 100%" or "No, I'm not." Celtic Gladiator could have been unlucky, and they could have got cancelled, and Ray could have been still on.
Yeah.
But I don't think under this current lockdown right now that we're due to see any amateur fighting for a while.
This is number one bullshit.
Unless it's the likes of my mate Ben in Huddersfield, where there's a few things going on which we won't mention.
Okay, well, that moves me very nicely onto the next question. And before we look at your flash fives, any upcoming prospects at your gym that we may get to hear about in the near future?
Yeah, at first off the top of my head is who I call the young guns, the young dogs, Sneaky Bollocks and Kieran. So Ben Kiffin and Kieran Roach, or Syrian as I call them.
Okay.
Straight off the top of my head, them two, yeah. And then we've got so many young kids coming through as well. We've got the likes of Alex. He's a Thai boxer. There's too many names. To be honest, put me on the spot here. I should have really written a little list, shouldn't I?
No, that's fine.
This in my head. I should have really known. But yeah, we have got quite a lot of lads coming through, especially on the younger side, that we've got some good things to come.
Good.
And good things. We got Tom Peel. He's got a belt as well.
Yeah.
Like I say, threw me on the spot. I'm a bit of a tit really. I should have had all this ready, but there's so many.
No, it's fine.
You want to see big things from as soon as everything's going again, you see things happening very soon.
Excellent. Okay, well, we now move on to the final segment of the show, Marcus, and that is called Flash 5. I will ask you the following 5 questions, Marcus, and you very simply give me your best answer. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one, Marcus, who would you love to compete against, either dead or alive? That's a tough one.
Not many, because you see, when you're asking me to compete against these people, like, they're either your idols or your heroes from the past, aren't they? You know what I mean? So I would like to compete. It's not like sit down and talk to them for an hour. So it's now I've got a few weeks. Like, can we do this as like a sparring session, or is this like a full on flat out? Because I'm gonna throw some tall lords out there.
A full on fight.
I'd like to see what GSP felt like.
Ooh,
I'd like to see I'd like to just see what he felt like. You know, for someone possibly one of the greatest wrestlers in the UFC who wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how the striking and how it felt to feel his time. It's more me wanting to be on the other end and feel like how he controls that split second timing, how he grabs that leg. It'd be more of a learning experience than anything else, just because he's such a technical minded person and a real thinker. So, failing that, if I was angry, Wanderlei Silva.
Because I want to fight with Chuck here. Chuck!
He's an absolute animal. I love him. He's one of my favourite fighters. I've got a big giant autograph off him upstairs, Brad.
Really?
Yeah, big massive one. It's good that it is, but just out of sheer, they'd like to say two of my heroes more than anything else, so I just like to test myself against them. That's basically all it is, you know what I mean?
Great choices there. And GSP, would you consider him the greatest of all time? MMA I'm talking about?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. He's so all round, isn't he? He had the striking ability, he had the wrestling ability, the timing. People called him boring. I remember one point when I was a kid, when people didn't understand MMA, everyone called him boring.
Boring.
When we didn't understand But now we understand, and you look back, you go, but the he was so technically minded.
Genius. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And your ideal way to finish an opponent?
Nice and early, so I can go home and have an Indian. Basically, just nice and early.
Anything?
Anything, whatever it may be. I don't really care. There's no shot I want. It's just whatever shot lands and does the job.
Okay. All right. The best combat sports fight?
Leg kick. Leg kick. I want to finish a leg kick.
Had to be a kick.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Had to be a kick. Had to be a kick, of course. The best combat sports fight you've seen, Marcus?
Oh,
I know.
I've seen so many boss fights. Ian Hollett and Robbie Hughes. These might be like out there names for you. I don't know whether they are or not. Ian runs the gym for exactly Hurricane Martial Arts, I think they are. Or, yeah, Hurricane, yeah. And Robbie Hughes is now a dentist to Jürgen Klopp and bloody the whole Liverpool team. Dr. Robbie Hughes, follow him on Instagram for me, guys, yeah. Top guy. Used to be a ridiculous fighter. Seeing them two clash was some of the best fights I've ever seen. Robbie versus Robbie Lavoie. He's basically the Canadian counterpart to our Robbie. And the fights you used to get, the speed, the movements, it's just like nothing you see. MMA wise, I go to boxing first. Morales versus Pereira. One of my favourite clashes of all time. Just absolute all-out Mexican blood feud going to war. Yeah. MMA is a hard one because there's just... I don't want to say one thing and miss something else and just... What can I say off the top of my head? So watching-wise, not the best fight you're ever going to see, but one of the most exciting, Romero and Costa. Not the best fight I've ever seen.
Oh, yes.
Not the best fight I've ever seen, but just off the top of my head, to recent memory, one of the best scraps I've seen in MMA. There's better fights out there, but you caught me off guard a little bit, so
that's okay. That's a good choice.
Sheer animal power.
Absolutely. And what superpower would you choose to have, Marcus?
Flight.
Flying.
Flight. Instantly.
Yeah.
I'm a comic book nerd. I was actually sat there thinking about this for a little bit. I have discussions about this. So I don't know whether I'd like some Deadpool-esque sort of regenerative abilities or Wolverine. So Wolverine because he's quicker. But you'd be able to do fucking all sorts, wouldn't you? If you can't die, mate, all the shit you'd go through. You know what I mean? I'd be underwater catching them fish bare hands because I don't need to breathe. The flying is obviously, I think that's a lot of people's go-to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just the general thing of flight.
Great answer again. And the final one. Let's hear your answer to this one, Marcus. The best finish to a fight you have ever seen. And you can't include yours.
Best finish to a fight I've personally ever seen.
Correct.
You know, if I weren't talking to you, I'd sit here and rip a million off for. So now you're in my earphones. That's good. That's give me a little second on this then. There we go. Czech Congo, Pat Barry.
Ah, what a comeback.
You know what I mean? That's one of my favourite finishes of all time. Pat Barry on the ropes. That referee, who was refereeing? That was that Herb, was it, or was it for the big? Was it big top?
I can't remember. Big John McCarthy.
Big John McCarthy. He gets uppercutted. Boom. No, it's not. It's the bald fella. It's the bald one. Who is it?
Dan
something.
Mercuriata.
That's the one. Yeah. So it was him.
Who?
You get uppercutted. Boom. Down. He gets up. Uppercutted. Left hook. Down. He's in and out. The referee's like, right. Barry comes, Congo comes up, that uppercut, sleep. Barry goes to sleep, raw, just like watching that. That gets me excited right now, to be honest. Even thinking about that, that's one of the best comebacks and knockouts all in one. Got everything on it, boss.
Amazing. Great answer. Yep, brilliant, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Marcus. That brings us to the end of the show. How did you enjoy that?
It was good, bro. I enjoyed myself.
Excellent.
Might get into this a little bit more. Might speak again some point in the future, hopefully. So anyway, I'd appreciate it. So it's been a good time. Thank you for having me.
No, you're welcome. And as soon as you win your next fight and your Triple C, we'll have you back on. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, thank you again. Excellent. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Thank you,
look forward to that. You're welcome. And thank you again for coming on, Marcus. And I speak on behalf of everyone when I say I can't wait for you to make your long-awaited return sometime this year. And thank you to the viewers for joining Marcus and I on episode 15 of Flash Knockdown. And in the words of Bruce Buffer, the show that engages with people of the combat sports world. Thank you to everyone. And thank you to Marcus.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, Marcus. Thank you very much. Thank you.